Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Eugene Capon. This is CaponDesign TV, and more importantly, this is Evening Coffee, where once a week we get together and we work on a virtual reality project together. Over the last several weeks, or actually months now, we've been building the very first level of Super Mario as a VR project. And we're about halfway done, which is a great feeling. And it feels so good to be back after not doing this for a few weeks. I was off in China for a couple of weeks with my girlfriend, and we were just traveling around and doing VR arcades and checking out the local scenes, and I day hiked the Great Wall. It was fantastic. But anyway, now that I'm back, we get to get back to work, and I'm hoping to have this project done in the next 2 weeks. Now, for those who have actually been following, I did do a couple of hours of work just to help catch us back up to where we were supposed to be for today, as if I hadn't been gone, having been in China. And if you guys see me talk to somebody and you don't see them in the chat, that's because we're actually broadcasting on 7 different networks, including Twitch, YouTube, Vimeo, or not Vimeo, but YouNow, and Dailymotion, and Mixer, and Periscope. So anyway, let's go ahead and revisit. We need to bring up a few things. One, we have After Effects. Open, save. And we are going to need our sheets so we can keep track of things. So this is a back and forth. So if you guys have any questions, I do have a chat that shows up amongst all the different platforms, and I'll be getting them in a single stream. So if you have any questions or concerns, or you don't understand why I'm doing something, you are more than welcome to send me a message, and I'll stop and I'll do my best to address it. So, and if you don't already, go get some coffee. It wouldn't be evening coffee without some coffee, right? Okay. I had no idea that Google allowed you to change your name. Welcome. Nina, welcome. Toastmaster 560, welcome. I feel like there's always a Toastmaster whenever we do this, so that's cool. Or somebody with the name Toast. I didn't realize Toast was such a big part of usernames until I started this series, because it seems like there's one in every chat room, or at least one in one of the chat rooms, and you show up on the feed. So let's talk about where we are at. So the first thing we did when we started this project is we went ahead and got a breakdown of the entire first level of Super Mario. And so, you start, first bad guy, blah, 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 jump some pipes, jump over things, and we are about right here. And as you can see, all the different block areas are welcome, Patrick, to the stream. So anyway, as you can see, each one of the columns is marked off by a different number. And what we're doing is it allows us to keep track of where different assets need to go. And we are currently animating from 92 to 107. Like that's our goal today, is to finish that. And once we finish that, we'll be able to finish the animation and get into the castle. And then once we get done with that, we got to render everything, and then we got to put it all together, and we have to go ahead and make a 360 starter and ender for the video. And when it's all done, it'll go ahead and it will be released on YouTube. And I am excited for that. Topher Walsh and I, who run the After Effects group in Seattle, him and I had talked about doing this 360 video for a year, and I figured this would be a great project to do with all of you guys. So again, if you see me talking to somebody and you don't see them in the chat, we are streaming on 7 different networks. Go ahead and grab your coffee if you don't already have it, and let's jump into it. So in After Effects, we've gone ahead and we've placed all the different elements. And if we go over to our Element 3D panel, we can actually see the entire level. And as you can see, it is big. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's been months of us working on this. And you can just tell from all the different assets and putting it all together and getting it put together. And right now what we have is we have one camera looking at our other camera. And the first camera is basically the point of view of Super Mario. And the second one is allowing us to do accurate animation points throughout the whole thing. So, and if you guys think the music is too loud, let me know and I can turn it down. So, as you're going through, jumping on things. And that was the last bad guy that we did. Get the fire flower, awesome. And then right here, we are working on animating the Goombas. As they get hit with fireballs, they get knocked off. And we're actually going to add the fireballs in post. And this is actually what they're going to look like. Let's see if we can get it to render. Lord of Darkness, hello. We are working on Super Mario as a 360 video experience. And for anybody who gets tired of this part and just wants to be around for the end result, if you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, you'll get that notification. And any other 360 video projects that we end up working on together. That's awesome. Lord of Darkness has let me know that I spelt Kaviv wrong. And I actually spelt it coffee. That's hella funny. All right, anyway. And just as a reminder for everybody who's joined, we are on 7 different networks. So there's probably about 40 of you right now. And usually by the end of these streams, we get about 300. Most of you guys from Periscope and YouTube. So. Yep. So the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel where the end project is going to go is youtube.com/CaponDesign my last name is Capon, so exactly how you would think that was spelled. CAPON Design TV. And so this is the fireball that Mario is going to be shooting out at the Goombas. What is that? Is that Arabic? Oh, thank you for the sub. So anyway, if we go over to the build comp, what we currently have is a bunch of different layers, and I'm going to go through really quick what they are. So we have camera 2, which is the camera viewing the first person camera. And actually, if I turn it off, everything will convert to first person mode. And we have the second camera showing me the first camera. That way I can make sure that the first camera's view is actually in the right position based on the game footage that we have. So if we go at any point here, it should be relatively the same. Oh, I think somebody got locked out. Hey, if you guys, excuse me for a sec. Hey everybody, sorry about that. We're back. Anyway, so we have a bunch of different cuts of the game. We have an overall adjustment layer. We have a camera controller, and if we open it up, you can actually see all the keyframes that we've made for the animation. Under that, we have the first camera. We have our element 3D layer. And we have our medium royal blue layer, which is just game through in 3D, yes. Basically, I do love that channel. I'm more of an extra credits guy. So anyway, now that so just to let people know that this is not going to be, it's going to be a 360 video experience by the end, but it's not going to be playable. It's going to be a YouTube video at the end. And I haven't really seen anybody do it this way, so I think I might be the first, which is both awesome and terrifying at the same time. So I actually need to check, see how much I actually got to keep. All right, so what we need to do is we need to figure out where that jump is going to be. And we have to start making keyframes under the camera controller. Okay. All right, looks like we actually got to keep. So my computer actually crashed while I was working on this today, which is unfortunate. So I'm not exactly sure how much my work I got to keep today, which is super unfortunate. When Toastmaster, this should be about a 2 to 2.5 minute experience once it's completed. I do want to add about a 15-second intro of some kind, and that'll actually help the player acclimate to the 360 environment. It does take about 20 to 30 seconds for somebody to acclimate to a VR experience, and 360 video is the bare minimum for what I consider to be virtual reality. And I know there are a bunch of people who like to say 360 video isn't real VR, and I like to point out right after that, well, all the DK systems for Oculus and Vive, when they first came out, they didn't have room tracking. It was only 360 tracking. So, I mean, by definition, those early VR headsets would not be considered VR when they first got released. I mean, room tracking and input tracking and those things came a little bit later. So, oh, shukran, Mia. Can I put that in English? Okay, so which part? That was a lot. So basically, there's a spectrum of what's considered virtual reality. And at the very minimum, 360 video is what I consider to be the very basis of virtual reality. So what you have is called a ecto-rectangular map. And it's basically a map that fits over a sphere, or a video that fits over a sphere. And so when you're looking around, you're looking at a portion of that sphere. And it's usually picked up by I'm not talking to anybody, by the way. I am, because we are, yeah, that's better. So a few people are pointing out that they can't see who I'm also talking to, and I like to remind everybody that we are streaming on 7 different networks right now. So I do have a chat feed from 7 different networks, and if you don't see people in your chat, that's because they're talking to me from a different source. So anyway, an ecto-rectangular map fits over a sphere, and you're looking at a portion of that sphere, and usually a video is playing on it and changing the atmosphere. So when you're looking at a 360 video on, say, Facebook or YouTube or Vimeo, you're actually taking a look at that sphere, and you're receiving just a portion of it in your headset. And the early headsets for Oculus Rifts or Vives, they didn't have room tracking, which means when you walked around a room while the headset was on, you didn't have a depth sensor. So it would only be based on the gyroscope in whatever technology you were looking at. And so you have things like your cell phone that has a gyroscope in it, and that's actually helping you do like AR, augmented reality, or VR, virtual reality. And fun fact, those things and MR, which is mixed reality, all fit under a category called XR, which is experience reality. And my YouTube channel actually goes over this a lot. This is the 6th time we're doing this video series for the Mario 360 video experience. And hello, Mike from Periscope. Reminder, we are on 7 different networks. And if you guys get bored of me just talking about what and doing the actual like legwork of this project, the end result is going to be on my YouTube channel, CaponDesign TV on YouTube. I believe there is let me just pull it up really quick. Yep, there is a showing of a link down below on all the different networks. So let's go ahead and save. And the last thing we actually had from my work earlier today was finishing this jump. Yeah, it is. And that's actually because YouTube is trying a bunch of new features. And I set it to 30 seconds behind. That way it would receive the best quality. That 30 seconds of latency is so Restream.io can continue to send this feed directly to YouTube. So we need to see where this box is. So, and it's always nice to keep notes for yourself. Especially, so I have one for where exactly we are in. It's all good. No, back and forth. That's what part of this is for. It's so you guys can learn, I can teach while we're making an awesome VR project. Or else, what's the point of, live streaming, right? I do this because I love VR and I want people to be inspired to do VR the same way I do VR. That's why I don't ask for donations. I'm doing this for free every single week. And at the end we have this awesome project that everybody will get to try on YouTube. So that's exciting. Right, anyway, documentation, super important. I have 2 different notepads. One for all the math that I had to write out to make this actually work. And then one to just keep things in place. So like, here's all the different assets that I had to make. We're currently working on the turtle. So if I go into Cinema 4D, and I can check out the turtle, or the Koopa turtle. All right, let's have this load up really quick. And I do want to check what my cool. After Effects has been having issues for me lately, and that's just because I didn't have enough room on my computer for caching all the playback. So we're going to take a look at this fireball. It took me 2 hours to make a realistic looking fireball like this. And actually get like the Z depth for it. Open. So I spent the other day making this, and I don't think it's too bad. And it's gonna look like it's that big. So I still have to like make the shell and the legs, and I think I'm probably gonna do that later. Like, things are just coming together at this point, and then I gotta just finish my animation. And one of the things I need to do today is we need to animate the star coming out. We need to animate this the mystery box coming up, and we need to animate these Goombas getting out of here, getting knocked off into the edge of darkness. All right. And again, if you guys have questions, I am more than happy to answer them, or I'll do my best to explain it to you guys. Hello, Spike Claw Productions. Hello, Lynn. Welcome to the live stream. Where we are working on this first level of Super Mario as a 360 experience. I have some other like VR professionals that keep hitting me up, especially in like the past week. You don't have to prove it. I believe you. People are watching on multiple platforms, and I think it's really funny and awesome. So anyway, our camera controller, we need to come down to Element 3D. And, all right, where is that mystery box? mystery box 4, right? So that's auxiliary channel 7. So in Element 3D, which is a plugin for After Effects, you have extra animation channels called auxiliary channels, and you can set assets to animate inside of groups. And so we've actually set up, I'm going to go ahead and pause this really quick. And so if we go into, where did I have it set up? Scene or group 1, I'll call it group 1. And we go to auxiliary channel 7. That should be this box. Wait, did we use it at one point already? Oh, I guess we did. Okay. Is it really? Well, there's not a lot I can do about that. I think that's actually part of Restream.io's thing. I'm actually fine with the camera delaying a little bit, but I'm not okay with the what I'm saying not being tied to what's actually happening. So. So let's do mystery box 5. All right, which means we have to go into Element 3D. And we have to find, where is it? Yep, this mystery box is not tied to any auxiliary channels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it and we're going to pull it up to channel 4. Which is my turtle channel. And then I'm going to set it to auxiliary channel 4 for mystery box number 5. And then I'm going to hit OK. So now if we go over to where the camera is supposed to be right under it, we'll now go to group 4, auxiliary channel 5, right? Oh, auxiliary channel 4. Hi Hector, welcome to the stream, where we are working on Super Mario as a VR experience. So we're going to figure how high it goes up. I believe it's y -1. Perfect. And then if we go through, scrub through go through the timeline, where is it settling down? And we'll add a keyframe. And then we'll go back to the middle. and we'll hit F9, and that'll actually put on a curves adjustment for the animation. Now, if we shrink our viewing just to like that area, we can actually see it jump up and come back down very slowly. Oh no, I didn't do it. Hold on. Okay, let's one more time. See where it jumps? And it's perfectly tied to what we see in the example footage. So that's great. Hey, Galepgro, how are ya? Welcome to the live stream. And then from that point, we're going to have to start animating the star. Hey, my pleasure. But before that, what we need to do is animate these Goombas and get them out of here. And if we go back to our test footage and we scrub through, hey, hold on one sec. Somebody's trying to get in. Hey, everybody, I'm back. Hey, Joker's Fear, welcome to the live stream, where we are working on Super Mario. Yep, so we need to do the animation for our Goombas. Okay, and I feel like we've started to add some, hold on. What was that? Oh yeah, so I had some test footage that we did for what I would have considered fireballs. So, and then we got rid of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. And all right, what are the Goombas? First throw, so they're auxiliary channel 9 and 7. Goomba 7 is auxiliary channel 9 on scene 2. So we need to go to group 2, auxiliary channel 9. And we need rotation, and we're going to need our position. Hamet, hello. Yep, joined. I'm starting to learn what join means in all these different languages, because you guys are from all over the place. And I see new words, and then after the live stream, I have to go like look it up. It's really interesting. So let's go ahead and figure out, crap. There we go. again, if you guys have any questions, I am more than happy to answer them for you. We are streaming on 7 different networks, so there's probably about 50 of you right now. And if you hear me talking to somebody that you don't see in the chat, that is why. Okay, so that's when he gets kicked up. So, auxiliary channel 9, go with 7. And so just to test it, we can go ahead and, oh, I guess that's that one. Yep, that's the one we want. Okay. So position, and let's add rotation. Oh, welcome for joining. Whew. Let's see. Reese, welcome to the live stream, where we are working on Super Mario. All right, so I think that's probably the best spot. He's probably 2 up, 2.5. Ooh, 25. Nope, 2.5. And his Z space is probably a little back. So 1. And we need rotation, so what is that going to be? Yeah, 180. So it's upside down. And now we got to figure out what it's going to be for when he's dropping down. Let's try 8. Not quite. So let's try 6. Still not quite. Try 5. So what we're trying to do now is figure out what the rate of descent for these guys are actually. You didn't miss much. We animated a mystery box, and we are currently animating some Goombas. And it is 7 o'clock, which means I am getting a refill of my coffee. And we will come back to finish animating these Goombas. But I'll leave you guys, so I'm going to get up for a minute or two. But I'll let you guys watch this rendering. Hey Briscoe, welcome. What this is we are creating the first level of Super Mario as a 360 VR experience. And so what we're doing right now is we are working on all the animations. And we've been doing, this is episode 6, and these episodes usually last anywhere between an hour and a half to 4 hours. So that is what you're looking at. All right. And if you're interested, you can actually go back and watch everything on the YouTube channel. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and clean the cache really quick. Come on. Sorry, I was checking the heat underneath my computer. Oh, that sucks. I may have to restart it. And we're going to have to reopen up everything. Which is not fun. Again, this is back and forth. If you guys have any questions or want to talk about VR or art in any capacity, I'm more than happy to have that conversation with you. We are on 7 different networks, so if you see me talking to somebody and you don't see them in your chat feed, that's because 1, you're not the right chat feed, or 2, it's just because I'm talking to somebody else in a different chat feed. So there is that. So I use Blender and Cinema 4D to create the models, and then we're using After Effects to put it all together. And then in After Effects, we're using 2 different plugins. One is Element 3D, and the other one is Skybox from a company called Metal, and actually they just got bought out. Or I think that program got bought or picked up by Adobe. Everything load up. Cool. And let's go ahead and do the cache thing. Only 103 megabytes. That seems weirdly low. Especially for taking 2 minutes. Almost 3 minutes to get rid of 100 megabytes of cache data. C4D. It's created by a company called Maxon. And it is super pricey. But if you have a After Effects license, there's actually a version of Cinema 4D called C4D Lite inside, and it comes with it for free. Hey, do you still have those weird ear things?
Yeah. You want to go check it out?
No, I'm live streaming, but
Okay.
yeah.
Can bring one or the other one is actually copy.
Yeah, but I figure I thought they were weird, so I figured everybody watching would think they were weird. So I am in my office. I work at a VR incubator over at the CoMotion Labs in the University of Washington. And we are working on Super Mario, the VR experience, making the first level of Super Mario as a 360 video experience. And so, so these came into the office today, and these are
video binaural microphone.
yeah, but they're microphones that are in the shape of ears, and that is freaking hilarious to me. There's actually one that has what was it? 8 ears and it looks something like kind of out of the Aliens movie. Who's the artist that designed all the aliens?
That's H.E. Geiger.
H.R. Geiger.
Or H.R. Right.
H.R. Geiger might have like created these. These are weird to me. Anyway, hey, thank you, Booty. Yeah, they're like rubber, and they kind of feel like damp skin almost. It's super creepy. So anyway, now that we have our cache cleared, we can go ahead and get back to animation. It does look a little bit like a creepy hoverboard. It's still a thing. Actually, I was in China about a week ago, and I got to try some different models out. Okay, so back to animating this guy. Okay, and we're gonna do 2. -2. So I'm working on a alien. So I'm working on a really shitty laptop for doing this. I should really be on like a Force 970, and I'm not sure off the top of my head how many cores are actually on this thing. Also, Mob Life Alt, ATL, Atlanta. Is that what that stands for? ATL. Welcome to the live stream. Now we have to figure out the momentum issue, because in physics, you hit maximum inertia for going away from, and then you start to get pulled back. You slow down ever so slightly, and then you start coming back down. So we need to here. I'm gonna cut it and restart it really quickly. Yeah, so everything is cutting out. So we're gonna go ahead and restart everything so we can continue on. So I'm going to so what we're going to do is I'm going to shut down and restart everything. So if you want to, for everybody on Periscope and Mixer, if you guys are interested, you can quickly jump over to my YouTube channel, CaponDesign TV, and we can continue on right after. So I'm going to give everybody a minute to go do that, and then we can continue on this process. And be sure to subscribe, because when this project is all done, that is where it's going. It's going to be a YouTube video, and maybe it's going up on Veer. So All right. So I will see you guys. Jeremy Ward, hey, we are closing everything down for a minute and restarting everything. Just everything's overheating. So we're going to be turning everything off for a minute or two, restarting, and everything's going to be available on YouTube at CaponDesign TV on YouTube. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So I will see you guys all in a minute or two. Well, everybody, welcome back. We cut off for a minute just to restart everything. Let me know if you guys can hear me just fine. And I hope you guys have your evening coffee. Hence the name of this segment, Evening Coffee, Art and Talk Build, or VR Build and Talk and Art and all that good stuff. Diego, welcome. Welcome to, let's go ahead and refresh everything. Refresh the chat. It does not let me know who's actually in the chat, but that's okay. All right, we got 6 of the 7 networks connected. Cool. Do. Wait, why is it all the way off now? Hey everybody, welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the show. I'm Eugene Capon, CaponDesign TV, and we are building the very first level of Super Mario as a 360 video experience. And one day we'll have a proper computer to do this on, where the feed won't get cut out and all that stuff while we're doing it. I guess the moral of the story is you shouldn't be doing render intensive stuff if you are live streaming. So or maybe something in my computer is just getting burned out. Who knows? And I am drinking my coffee. It's vanilla flavored. Anyway, so what we're doing right now is we are making sure that the animation shows a certain level of physics. So what we're doing right now is when you have inertia applied to an object at an angle, you have what's called rotational kinematics. And that's when you get things that turn in the air. So like, say when you have a car going one direction and you have an opposing force, but it doesn't hit completely dead on. Usually cars like turn at an angle, right? And that's part of the rotational kinematics in physics. And so with the enemies in the game, when they get hit by a fireball, like Mario's fireball, they're not always getting hit straight on. I mean, because nothing's going to be 100% accurate.
How long do you think it would take to look at?
And so when they're getting hit, they're flying back and at an angle, and they're going to have that rotation, like upside down, and then gravity is going to pull them down. But because they're hitting from a force from the ground up, because fireballs bounce up, they're getting hit up into the air and then flipping. So that's where we have to make sure to add our curve. So yeah, so Megan, welcome to the live stream. Welcome. We are adding rotational kinematics to things. Oof, I accidentally scaled them up. Yeah, that wasn't good. All right, so what we're seeing right now is that it has to be a big enough impact that it's not. Straight down. Okay, now that we have this Goomba done, we're going to save. And actually, I'm going to change the opacity for him. So he's just out of our minds. And now we have to do the whole thing over for the next guy. So say that, all right, at what point does he get hit? Okay, right there. So and rotation. Cool. It does, but at 15 meters, he's just not viewable by the character. So actually, I took physics in college just so I would know if I was animating a character and I kicked him out the window, how long would it take before he hit the ground? So this is the X. And we're gonna have to go ahead and grab the Y. And the Z. And then the rotation for the X. So what's everybody playing video game-wise right now? Kind of curious. And so we also need to add GarageBand, hello. No Chill Swag, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Where usually on Wednesdays, we're doing this. Hey, my pleasure. What's a rare peep? Oh, Pepe. Got it. The meme frog. All right, let's figure out where exactly these guys need to be when they get hit. So -1 and -2. And the other one is -2 as well. -2. Okay, so they need to be walking up to us, and they have to hit 1, 2, 3 away. I'm not remastering it. What we're doing is we're creating a 360 video experience from the first person perspective of Mario. And so what we're looking at is a way of doing the physics. And so, right, so if we remove the second camera, it's all first person perspective. And this is just allowing me to do all the math correctly, or at least do the animation correctly. What is going on? Hey, anytime. We do this every Wednesday from 6 to 9 usually. It was just kind of an off week because I was traveling around China. Later, Lord of Darkness. Or Satan. Can I call you Satan? I feel like that's appropriate. I have not. I really want to, though. I totally kicked ass with Flash in the first one. Well, I think most of I mean, it's going to be a playlist, so you can go back and watch this anytime you want to. I really So the 360 beta program on Steam is still exactly that. It's a beta program, but I can see later on them actually having something closer to the YouTube app where you can go through, find your video, and just get it streaming. And then if you want to pay for the build, you can go ahead and do that. But until they finish getting the kinks out, and Pixana is still working with them and getting all of that stuff put into place, it's definitely going to be buggy. It's not going to have a ton of features. I mean, it's very, very basic for what it is right now. Hey, Francisco, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. I'm glad you could join us. So, and right now we are figuring out the animation for Super Mario, for the first level of Super Mario. Cool. Is he? Man, I think if I play Injustice 2, I'm probably going to be Swamp Thing for the majority of the game. Have you seen the fireball animation yet? I pretty much like flipped my lid when I saw that Hellboy was going to be Injustice. I always thought it was really funny when like Mortal Kombat or games like that always brought in like other properties as like specialty characters, and I've never seen Hellboy as a video game ever. So that just got me like super excited. The Right Hand of Doom. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab the opacity. All right, next we have to do this star. Which is... Oh, you mean like, oh, like he's like catching himself? Wait, you destroyed your 360 what? What does that mean? Like you destroyed your headset? Oh, what system? Like, did you have like a Gear VR or something? Oh, Xbox 360. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm working on VR and a 360 video, so that's like where my mindset is. Kind of funny. I'm sorry about your Xbox though. That sucks. I have an Xbox too, and I absolutely love that thing. So for those who haven't seen it, this is the fireball that gets shot. Yeah, I don't think that would that would fly too well. I really want a PlayStation 4, but I know the PS5 is probably going to be out in like the next year. I haven't really been paying attention. Um, but PSVR is really what I want to get into. All right, so now we need to do the star. There will be, and you know there will be. Because if Xbox is coming out with a new console, PlayStation is going to come out with a new console. You're absolutely right, but it has been a few years, right? All right. What do you mean he just quit as a plumber? I mean, he probably has a bunch of Olympic gold medals now, right? Isn't he a doctor now? Fernando JVR. What's going on, dude? That would be interesting. Like, you're just a normal plumber, but you can attach the Mario brand to it. Honestly, I think Peach is probably kind of dirty. I feel like I forgot a jump here. I'm going to give it a little extra time because I feel like it kind of jumps ahead a little bit. Hi, Val. Welcome to the live stream, where we do this until 9 o'clock. Yeah, always drinking coffee. Hence the name of the show, Drinking Coffee, or Evening Coffee. It's vanilla flavored, and it is delicious, and it is making me productive and awake enough to talk to you guys. No. I'm not at Starbucks. I own a VR company, or I co-own a VR company, and this is actually the CoMotion Labs, which is a VR, AR, MR, XR startup facility. It's like a incubator. I didn't rip Barnacle off. It was parallel thinking, and him and I actually had a conversation over it already. Like, do I get fed up like doing the live stream and I'm like, I'm out of here. Let's F this. Close. Yeah, so a buddy of mine named Jerry Berg, he has a morning show called Morning Coffee. And he started his on YouTube, and I started mine on Twitch around the same time. And we didn't catch each other doing it, so I'm not actually sure who came first. And then he's on Twitch now, and I'm on 7 different networks doing the show in the evening. And somebody pointed out to me, and because he has a much bigger audience than I do, I'm always going to look like the guy who's copying him, just because of that fact. Yeah, go ahead. Send a link to, you can actually send it to me on Twitter, at CaponDesign. I'll go ahead and look at it. Yeah, so he got sick, and somebody pointed it out that we both had shows called Blank Coffee. His is like more of a tech show. Mine is more about Facebook message. Eugene Capon is my name. You just send me a Facebook message, and I should get it. And so him and I was like, hey, I just want you to know that I have this thing. I think I might have actually started before you, but you definitely have. You're killing me. No chill, man. You're killing me. So we had to have a conversation, and then somebody like re-pointed out to him, and he goes, no, it's cool. Eugene and I talked. Later, Val. Have a wonderful night. If you want to catch the whole stream later, it's on YouTube. Kick is live. Man, I must be behind because I'm not sure what Kick is. I feel weird being like a tech evangelist and not knowing what a social network is. Or at least maybe, I also have WeChat. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not gonna do Kick. I have all the major ones. No chill swag, where are you? Like, what's your geographical location in life? I'm up in Seattle. I do like Kelly, though. Hey, man, at least we're in the same time zone, right? Yeah, 7:40 p.m. Pedro, welcome to the live stream where we're making Super Mario into a 360 video experience. Oh, that's right. You're in England, right? You're in the UK. JT, welcome to the live stream, man. Or lady, I'm not going to judge. Yeah, I don't think. Well, actually, I'm not on. The chat feed for my Periscope is actually chat only because it's sucking up feeds from like a bunch of different places into a single feed. Aldi, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to the live stream where we are working on Super Mario. I am using Twitch. I'm using YouTube, Twitch, Mixer. I'm good. I'm just making some Super Mario and getting super excited that more and more people are piling into the chat. I think the most we've had, or on average, we've been having about 300 people. And I've been gone for a few weeks, so I was afraid that just a lot of people weren't going to show up. And that doesn't look like it seems to be the case. So, yay! Anything new? You know what? Hopefully we'll get this project done in the next week or two. Looking for a new job. And I was just in China for like 2 weeks with my girlfriend. Yeah, we traveled around, did some VRcades, met with a couple of companies. Day hiked the Great Wall. That was pretty fun. No Chill Swag, thank you very much, man. And we need to start animating the star coming up. So, save. Stars jump at some point, right? Yeah, they do. All right, and the reason why we make notes. Hey man, I think it's better to have a smaller, dedicated group of people that are willing to come and join you and conversate and actively enjoy in what you're creating than having like a giant following of people who don't ever show up. So, I mean, if you're going to, dude, it's a lot of fun to do this stuff. I know I'm gonna have to go ahead and pick up Unity if I want to start doing like massive gameplay stuff. B Buns, welcome to the live stream. So we need to figure out what the star is. The star is auxiliary channel number 1 in group 1. Channel 1. That's 2. Group 1. Am I game design? Yes and no. I have a 360 video on Steam that you can actually rent called Journey VR. And then I am working on 2 games right now. One is called Flawless, and the other one is a cyberpunk shooter that we just haven't named yet. The Mutts, welcome. Eddie, Wood, thanks, man. I mean, if programming is an issue for you doing like game development and game design, I mean, Unreal has blueprints and it's all node-based programming. So you basically you can make a game without having to program anything. I'm not a programmer. I'm more of a 3D artist, VFX artist, and that's really where I shine. So, and you know, that's cool. Not everybody has their own talents and stuff, and everybody's wired for like different things. So, and it's super rare that you'll find somebody who is a unicorn, which is somebody can do all facets of game design and game engine stuff. You know, I haven't tried it, but I hear really, really good things about it. So we need to, let's see, where does it pop up out of? So I figure that is probably the correct position. Channel 1 auxiliary. I don't think that's right. Oh, we want 8. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Go over to auxiliary channel 8. Position. Okay, big chill swag. We'll see you in a bit. Wait, what is that? Huh. All right, we'll just have to open up Element 3D and figure it out. Should be scene 1, auxiliary channel 8. But I don't think that's correct. And whatever, I'm human. Channel 8. Wait, what did I have the fire flower as? Mystery box. Oh, thank you. So I've actually been a motion designer and an art director for about 10 years. It took a long time to learn all the skills to make this, and a lot of hours, a lot of late nights, a lot of hours, and you know, it helps going to like meetups and stuff. All right, so we're gonna have to add it to scene 4 and add it to auxiliary channel 5. Okay. Cool. Group 4, auxiliary channel, and channel 5. So we need to figure out where and now we need to figure out where it's 100% complete up. Humanity United, hello, welcome to live stream. After Effects. And then I'm using a plugin called Element 3D, and then the models were made in Blender and C40, or Cinema 40. All right, so I think probably right there is good. And then from here, what we can do is -1. My OBS is good? Or the fact I'm using OBS? Channel 5. Why are you not doing things? Oh, mystery box. Wrong one. Mushroom. Fireflower. Star. Auxiliary channel 4, right? Is that what we're working on? 5. Channel 5. Yeah, you guys can see me fuck up. Okay, we got it right. Awesome. And we can also do scale. So Anthony, welcome. Awesome. Now we have a star. And if you guys are wondering why it's sideways, it's because all this is going to be from a first person perspective. So that's what the user is actually seeing. I really want to do something about those guys. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Oh, I'm always excited to talk about virtual reality. And we're doing this for another hour. Ugh. It's been a long day. I've been here since noon. It's already been 8 hours. But that is okay. It is a video for VR. It's going to be a 360 video for YouTube. And the first thing we have to do is get everything put into place, all the animation done, all the 3D models completed. As far as 3D models goes, I just have to finish the turtle. And the turtle's head is done. And the legs will be super easy because it's just 4 capsules in like C4D. But the actual shell is going to be what's difficult. And I've been kind of avoiding doing it until like last, because I know that's going to be like super time consuming. I want to do it like when I'm not streaming, because I'm going to fail horribly trying to make it several times, and I don't want you guys to actually have to sit through that. Edgar, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining. Excuse me. And if you guys, for everybody watching, and you want to see the very end version, it's going to be up on my YouTube channel, CaponDesign TV. Enver, welcome. So right now we're figuring where the first jump is. for the star. Cool. And it is one, two, three, four. So it's going to be right here. How long does it just sit there? Okay, there is a little bit of a delay, so we're gonna add the delay. Oh, we don't want scale. Undo. Cool. C space. All right, and we need it. How many spaces? I think it's 8, right? Cool. And -5. Green Lee, welcome. George, how are you? Welcome. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think that's 5.5. Probably 8 is in the middle. Do 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 do. So we're going to go ahead and figure out where the next landing is. Cool. So it's 1 and 2, so it's here. -11, 11.8. It's a really skinny model, so. And then we need to find the highest inertia point. Yeah, it's probably right there. Crap. So I'm going to do this. Alonzo, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the feed. Man, everybody's coming from Periscope, it looks like. We got a few walk-ins from other sites too. You were invited by somebody? Somebody for what? Hey Choice, welcome to the live stream. I Hey Derek, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so I'm going to go back and just do all of this again. I wish there was a translate button because I see a big conversation happening that I can't understand. Hey, bro. Hello, White. Thanks for joining. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do negative 3.8, probably. Then a 9. 8. Cool. So it is 3. So let's try 15.8. And we'll try 7. Let's try 6. So we need to make it disappear now. So we're going to shift the scale, move 1 frame, make it invisible. Hey JR, thanks for joining. All right, that is off. That is like really off. Where's the camera control? Hey, thanks for joining. Anyone speak English? Teddy, welcome. Welcome. Blink 718, thank you for joining. Beth, thanks for joining. Live stream where we are working on the first level of Super Mario as a 360 video. Tubes, welcome to live stream. If anybody has any questions about what we're doing, feel free to ask. Michael, welcome to the live stream. Well, I think that's all the time that we're going to have for this live stream. I'm going to go refill my coffee, work a little bit more without streaming because it's creating issues for my computer. But for everybody who's been hanging out and enjoying the end product on my YouTube channel, CaponDesign TV. It's a YouTube channel. Go check it out. There's also tutorials on how to make this sort of stuff yourself. So if you have an interest in virtual reality and motion design, it's a great place to go and have some free resources. Anyway, if you want to reach out to me, Twitter's the best place to do it. It's at CaponDesign. It's the one with the blue check mark. If it's not the one with the blue check mark, it's not really me. It's just somebody making a fake account. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you everybody who joined and kicked it. And there's a ton of you today. So I can't wait to go back and check the final numbers. I will see you in the next video, okay? OBS is not wanting to pop up so I can stop streaming. Later, guys.